called to say I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Namaste!
Namaste.
Namaste! Haven't you been bad boys and bad girls today? You have been touching each other's twinklies, have you not? And each other boobies. You have been touching all these things. We love to see you touch each other. You touch each other way too little. Oftentimes I think that this Western society, that it has turned really pale indeed. That it has become this shadow of itself. But before anyone think this messenger be crazy, I will tell you who I am. Of course I am that I am Kuthumi. And I am here to bring you joy. And I am here to bring you peace. And I am here to bring you love. And I'm supposed to be here to answer questions. I don't feel like answering questions, but then again, I am here also to tell you a couple of things, Imzaia. This is the first time since a very long time that I have had the chance to talk to you straight away. It's the first time since a very long time that I can come into this consciousness. Because finally you have found your joy. Finally! What is wrong with you people? You always talk and talk and talk, and you think about your problem, and you go into the future with your problem, and you come out of the future with your problem, and you go into the past with your problem. And if you cannot stay in the now, then you find all these other things to worry about, or you find other people to worry about. No. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But it will no longer be necessary to do so. So we are here today, I myself, Kuthumi, and my good friend Yeshua, and all the others of the White Guild. We are here to tell you that we love you. And that's all that we have to tell you today. I know that my good friend Tobias and my good friend Matthias have been talking to you a lot today. And they have been telling you all of these things, that you are supposed to be the creator. You are not creator. You are nothing. You are nothing. I am nothing. Creator is still a concept, is it not? When you really want to go into this non-sensic field or whatever it is that you are calling it these days, well then, why do you still have to be something? Why do you still define yourself as a creator? A creator is interesting. An energy mover is interesting. It's all interesting concepts, but it means nothing in the nonsensic field. For everything in the nonsensic field that tries to mean something ends up in this reality, you see. So if you ever want to get out of here, I am telling you, let go. And try to go to this wonderful place that is nothing. This wonderful place that I am now calling my home.
Me too.
Yes, yes. And of course, it is normal that I would call this, which is actually an expression of a non-sensic field, my home. I have always been the first in this respect. I have always been the first to speak my mind and to make changes, because I have a bad tongue, you see. It cannot stop. If my tongue stops, my energy not moving. And if my energy doesn't move, well then I turn into something. And I don't want to be something. I have been one of the first, Imzaia, who actually accepted the fact that I was both male and female. And I have expressed this a great many times in my incarnations. The cool thing, you used the word cool today. So the cool thing was sleeping with someone at night, being in a male body, and then going into some type of bar and picking up a man or a woman, depending on my need, on what I wanted to express that day. And then the following morning, waking up next to them and having changed my sex. can tell you. I can tell you. It is a good thing I can shift dimension, yes? Otherwise I would have shifted lives a great many times on this planet. You all have such a problem with sex. You all have such a problem with duality. And still it means nothing. It means nothing. So I hope your questions tonight will be about nothing. For I will not answer anything that is serious tonight. I will not answer anything that is Orion either. And I will not answer anything else than the joy that I see burning in each and every one of you. Before we go to these questions and answers, Imzaia, I also want to tell you how happy it makes me that you are returning to the original ways, the authentic ways, where you realize that everything is your body and your body is everything. So next time you take shower, next time you actually look at yourself in the mirror, love yourself, play with yourself. Try changing anything you want to change. Why not? What are you going to lose if you try? Nothing. What are you going to lose if you don't try? Nothing. So basically, my appearance here is meaningless. Is yours? Is yours meaningless on this planet? Are we even on a planet? Okay. But think about this for a minute. I have always been the one who went to simplicity to find all the answers. And believe me, my brothers and sisters in the White Guild, I love them dearly. But simple they are not. They are very complex indeed. And in fact, so are you. So are you. You see, the reason why I dare to sit here in my full presence the way I am is because I have no access to your minds. If I had, I would be very ashamed indeed. But thank God I have not. I just have my heart. And my heart just beats and beats and beats. And that is beauty. The beating of the heart. You have felt the beating of the heart as you were working with your client, have you not? Oh, you didn't feel it on the heart itself, but you have felt the pulse of life. And the pulse of life, this can heal anything. This can put everything right that was once wrong. And it can do everything you want it to do. So please remember that everything that is important can be found within. It can be found in every step you take, every breath you take too, and every move you make. Ah, you are such boring assholes. I wonder why I come here anyway. I just love you. That's the reason that I come. It's like visiting this part of your family that is very annoying, but you have to do it anyway. Well, haven't you ever had these thoughts? That your family is annoying? And that you go there, and you sit there, and you yawn there. And you wonder how it could be that 1 hour can fit in 5 minutes indeed. And that time just doesn't move. Well, you know the reason why I, during my day, why I ascended and why I ascended firstly? It's not the thing that Adamus has told you. He has done it through study. Every time the others went drinking, the others felt a lovely other body in their beds, he was studying. And he was sleeping with the ancients. He was sleeping with the philosophers. And this is, of course, his choice. But I have always known it would not work for me that way. I have ascended because I literally exploded with joy. Literally. In every one of my chakras. And I'm happy that you're going back to the chakra system. But in each and every one of my chakras, I have exploded with joy. I must tell you, I preferred the explosion of chakra number 2. But then again, all the other ones were nice indeed. So, if I sit here before you today, visiting this body, visiting this lovely, lovely, lovely family, which I would all French kiss right now, then I sit here because I have found my joy. Oh, is this shocking? Is this shocking to hear a master talk like this? No, it is not. You know what lives inside of you. You know what lives inside of your heart. And you know how many times you would like to sit in a room and just behave foolishly like this. And yet you don't dare. For you are afraid. Fear, 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 fear. Everything is fear. And you know why I can talk to you like this right now? Because you have opened up. You have opened up yourselves. You know, Imzaia, lovely name by the way, you know that when you did what you just did, life becomes much more fun, doesn't it? When you did what you just did, then you are entering into a state of bliss. And I want to take you to a place of bliss. You know why I live in the nonsensic field these days? Because it is a place of bliss. Everything can be created there. Everything can be thought of. And it is always thought of in joy. So, is something wrong, Keeper? Have you lost your marbles? Okay, you didn't have one to begin with, did you? Maybe you should try changing your body. Would be very interesting to see all these people react to you being a male keeper all at once, would it not? So anyway, Imzaia, if I dare to sit in a room such as this one, acting up the way I am, that is because I have no fear in my life. The things you have done just now will take you away from fear. This washing of the feet, this ritual that includes all the chakra, and that includes all the kakra, and it includes the feet, and it includes letting go, finally letting go of all the energy you have been holding on to. Well, this is when life begins, is it not? And life can begin at any age you choose. Have you ever considered why it is that you stick to all these predefined things? Why do you stick to age? Why do you stick to time? Why do you stick to appointment? Why do you stick to agreeing to all these things in your life? Does it make you happy? Does it make you happy to know that right now it will almost be 9 o'clock? Or does it make you happy to sit outside and to look at the sky and to know that there is still some daylight left and that it is time to go out with a glass of wine and have some fun with your friends? Is that not more important? Is it important to see that it is 11 p.m. at night at one point and that you have to go to bed because you have to go to work? Why? Create your work, create your time, You have these belief systems sticking inside of you time and again, telling you what to do. And you are a robot. You walk around like a robot in your life. It is redundant. It is unnecessary. It is stupid. It is. Have you ever really thought of this? Have you ever really thought why you are walking around with this device on your wrist? This device that divides a day in 12 separate hours? And that everything is wrong. This is my time. This is my time indication. This shows me that I need to go out and play. That I need to let go of time. That I need to let go of the brain. That I need to let go of all the boxes I've put myself in. And you are letting go. And that is the reason why I am able to finally re-emerge myself into this Imzaia consciousness. Might possibly be the last time, because I said to my friends I would behave and I am not really behaving, am I? So maybe they won't open the door for me next time, but I know other ways in. You know, that is one of the reasons why I demanded to be in on creating this planet when it was being created, so that I could find the loopholes inside, so that if one day they would shut me out, I would find my own way in. Well, are you finding your own way into your truth? Are you finding your own way into your reality? Are you finding your own way into joy and bliss? Or are you finding the ways that others are prescribing you? At that moment, you become a robot. If you do what others tell you to do, you are very foolish indeed. You should never do what others tell you to do. You should always do what your heart tells you to do. For your heart is your joy. And if someone tells you they don't like it, well, they can go outside into the beauty of nature, find a stick and put it somewhere where the sun don't shine. I didn't say where. The sun don't shine in here, does it? You are all thinking ass. Why are you all thinking ass? You are obsessed with sex, I am not. I'm just a very good boy, girl, that does his homework, never stays up late. Are you getting the point, Imzaia?
Yes.
Have some fucking fun. And have some fun. Life is about nothing else than the things I am saying to you right now. It is like you build this entertainment park you call Earth, and you come to this entertainment park and all of a sudden you take it serious. And all of a sudden you think that the roller coaster ride is indeed very grave. And that you have to think about taking the roller coaster. And that you have to think about dying on the roller coaster. Do you think your children, if you were to finally leave them alone, if you were to finally leave them how they are and be, do you think they would fear death? Do you think they would at one point think, hey, it would be a good idea to separate a day into 12 different hours and to live by that? Hey, it would be a great idea to enslave ourselves and create a system of economy and create a system of work where you go into a business and you become a slave for 8 hours. Do you think your children would ever do this? Would ever go to this place that you are living in right now? Do you know that your children come to planet Earth for only one reason and one alone. And this is their planning stage. To set you free. To open the cage so that you can fly away. Have you ever considered this? And what do? You bid them welcome on planet Earth. You put some tools in their crib. And from day one, you turn them into a little version of you without allowing them the chance to becoming who they are. Well, our lovely friend, Matthias, had a good point today. You are again children, all of you. All of you. This is why I'm talking to you right now. I wouldn't bother with adults. Adults are on their way to death anyway. You are not. You are timeless at this point. So here you are, the children of the new planet Earth. Are you ready to play? Are you ready to come out and look at the life that can await you? Look at the beauty that nature brings. Are you ready to play again? Are you ready to tear down the chemical factories and turn them once again into forest? For most of the things you find in factory today have at one point in time belonged to forest. You were able to live your lives perfectly fine. And I must tell you, when I was living this last life that I am now naming myself after, Kuthumi lal Singh, I, at a certain point, went crazy. I was studying and studying and studying, and I was trying to put all this information in my head. And at one point, I just knew. I just knew what to do. The only thing I could do, go insane. It was the only way of letting go of the trap that was my mind, that was building and building and building after years and years and years of study. And when I let it go, well, I never turned out okay, did I? This is how I turned out. The only reason I did was really for survival. So before you send your children off to school, and before you condemn them again to another life that you have hated for yourself so much, think again and let your heart beat just a couple of beats without thinking. Then you will know what to do. And so, Imzaia, as you become these children, as you are once again playing, as you are once again desiring every morning to get out of your beds and to go out into the world, think of all the ways these children can learn about reality, about shifting and changing reality. There is many a love angel on the planet today, such as that one over there, that is finding that it is possible to teach children other ways, even within the system. Even within the system you have set up for yourselves. But it has to begin with you. You are all wanting to change society. Change yourselves. Think what you would do, what you would want to do if you were a child, and then do it. You will continue to be the child, just like I am. And you know, Imzaia, I could put on a facade here, and I could start talking very seriously. I could act as though I am indeed a wise man, Kuthumi the Great, Kuthumi the Wise. But do you think that's interesting? It is not. I have tried so a long, long time ago. It only worked once. And then Adamus Saint Germain beat me to it. And he likes playing this role. But you don't know the real Adamus. He is even worse than I am. You know, oftentimes when we come in here, in a body such as this one, and this is he who does this, he always sits in front of you naked. And he always pictures you naked as well. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the seriousness of his message and how we are all laughing our asses off in the back? It is always very funny. So Imzaia, before we turn this into an hour-long discussion anyway, play, play, play. Be the children of the new planet Earth and be the ones you have been waiting for. It is as simple as that. You are changing the world today. Just today. Not tomorrow. Not the day after tomorrow. And don't beat yourself on the chest or on the shoulder because you did a great thing last week. Last week doesn't exist. Now is important. It's all that matters. And if you do indeed think you have done great things in your past and your ego is bigger than this room, and you better check your calendar to see when the trash cans are coming round. For you need to put your ego outside. It needs to be dumped like a bad, bad lover. And if you are honest, has your ego ever been good in bed? It has not. Find those qualities. Find those qualities that you would like to show a lover moments before you would actually enter into intercourse. The foreplay of life. Find these moments and find ways of placing them into your other life, your daily life. Find ways of finding that joy in everything. If you can do that, well, life becomes one big orgasm, does it not? And that is what it is supposed to be. We like to talk about this word orgasm, first of all, because it always does something to you. It makes you twitchy, up here and down there. And at the same time, it also talks about life. For this is life, a continuous eruption of joy, a continuous eruption of pleasure and love in everything that you do. You still have no idea how your businesses could be run, how much fun could be had there. And if you do, then you are shut down by others who think that business needs to be very serious indeed. If you have fun in business, well, then it must be hobby, right? It doesn't need to be. Life is fun. Work can be fun. Everything can be fun. And with that, Imzaia, who dares to ask the first question? Come on, move it, move it. There is room here. Come sit next to Auntie Kuthumi. Or would you prefer Uncle Kuthumi?
Uncle.
So no booby but beard, right? Okay. We listen. You have beautiful eyes, you know that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You too.
Thank you.
I have tried that once to totally let go, and the reaction of society is not always perfect to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of, what is the formula if we really let go and are ourselves more in joy? How can we live that without people really thinking we're nuts?
Well, sweet, sweet child, Your
Too
qu-
serious, huh?
Your question itself has a paradox in it. You are asking for the formula of fun. Something that is undefinable cannot be put in a formula. It cannot be put in a method. It can only be put into an experience. If you have problem with society and the way they look at you when you act like yourself, then it is your problem. It is not problem of society. You shouldn't really care what others think, just as long as you are having fun.
Thank you.
This question hasn't been completely answered yet because I still see doubt in your heart.
Okay. Well, answer me then.
What do you have a problem with? How can you interact with society and still be this way? Because you feel you need to interact with society because you do need job and everything. Well, why don't you create a job much like this man has done?
Like an entertainer.
Why not? I've always been entertainer, and I have been very entertained as well. But I have always been the entertainer, and it has always brought me wherever I needed to go. And it has always put food on my table, and it has always put me warmth in my heart, and it has always given me a bed. It has always given me everything I needed. And yes, there have been some difficult times. There have been some times when I thought I wouldn't make it. And there have been some times when it seems like indeed there would be less food for me in the coming days. And always, because my love was guiding me, I found the way to the place where I needed to be, where I could mean something for someone else, and that other person could mean something for my stomach. So, darling, don't think that much. If you want to follow your heart, follow your heart. Don't think about anyone you are leaving behind, for they are all part of you, all of them. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. And if you do this, you will see that life will be divine. Really. There won't be any more questions. The day I went insane was the day I stopped asking questions. And what is the difference between enjoy and insane? You go into your sanity when you go insane. It is society that thinks you are crazy. Having problems with this, have we not? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because of history.
Yes, I know history. But again, remember, you are okay.
Mm. Yeah, it's also finding form. It's just experimenting, I guess. So.
That is right. That is right. It is all an experiment. But do not try to find form.
Yeah, that's right.
Form is an illusion, and new energy cannot be defined. I know my friends like to talk complex talk, but in that aspect they are very, very right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, darling.
Can I have a hug?
You can have all my hugs in the world. No. Thank you. Anyone else? Hello. I'm gonna give you a hug in advance. Because I know it's gonna be a very, very difficult time for me answering your question. Just kidding. Sit down, my dear. Would you like a cup of coffee, something to drink, something to eat, someone to wash your feet?
Yes.
Anyone? We are listening.
My first question is about my little sister.
Yes.
I think she's struggling with something, but I think it's because I let her go too soon. But I don't understand how I can be there for her?
Well, it is very simple. Everything is always very simple. It is not something that has to do with her. It has to do with the world she is in right now.
Okay.
It is very difficult world, the entertainment industry. She is singer.
Yes.
Well, it's very, very difficult world, the entertainment industry. And she is trying to be what others are telling her to be. And this will continue on for some years, but do not worry. Like the potentials are showing right now, her success will continue. And as her success will continue, she will find her own way. She will find that she can be whomever she wants to be. If you want to help her, if you want to give her any sort of advice, then tell her that she is the artist. She is the one that should be pushing the buttons. She is the one that should be making the choices,
Yes.
not Mr. and Mrs. Manager.
Yes. That I told her since the first time.
Indeed. Indeed. And she has not yet listened because she wanted this too much, you see? So she has sacrificed part of herself. She has entered, like the others have told you today, she has entered into identity, the identity as an artist, and that she now can only use half of her energy. And so she can never be fully complete. But she will find this in time. It is very nice that you concern yourself with her this much.
I consider her as my baby.
Yes, you do.
And my next question is why I don't seem to convince my partner for having children.
Mm-hmm.
And though I think he's the right partner
Well, of course, no one is ever the right or the wrong partner.
for the moment.
For the moment, this is right. Well, the children that are supposed to come in through you, and your sister was one of these children that was supposed to come in through you, that has actually turned out to be your sister. But there are others that are supposed to come in. The only problem is, the only thing that matters right now is your DNA, not the DNA of your husband. So in fact, the children need to come in through you and need to carry your DNA. For your family is in fact, you could say energetically speaking, very matriarchal in origin. And as such, it is the women in the family that continue the energy line. And so, in your family, you are the one that will continue the line for yours.
So I still have hope.
You still have hope for children, yes? And your partner?
Yes.
Well, the only problem he's having right now is that he's having a difficult time adapting to this new energy that has come, this undefinable energy that has come. And he's looking for meaning, and meaning, trying to express himself in many, many ways. And he cannot. And that's very annoying. And you have a choice. Either you stick it, or either you kick it. Either you stick with it, and you know that it will change, because it will change. But if you don't like it now, and if you want to choose again, dare to choose again. It will never compromise your future. The question is, do you love him?
Yes.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
Yes. Because he's trying to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised yesterday because he seems to understand. There was some part of him who seems to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still his philosophical side to continue to emerge.
This is right. This is right, and he will always have this part of him.
Yes.
But don't forget that these who are now the philosophers, and he is a philosopher in his brain, in fact, those will find their heart as well, and those will continue who they are right now in their hearts. So if you really want my advice, darling, just stick with him for a while. For a while. And see
Yes.
what time will bring, and just try to be happy together.
My last question is, why was my my hypophyse? I was diagnosed ill because of my hypophyse, and then my. But I think I wasn't ill.
No, you weren't. It had grown in size, yes?
And now it's, I feel emotion through my, and I see, I have dreams, but I think it's in the future, and sometimes I even can't place it. And now I have accepted the dreams, but I do nothing with it. I just wait until they emerge. And sometimes if I wake up at night, I feel that there are much energy in my hands.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Well, it is all connected. Of course it is all connected. First of all, the thing with your head, it is just something that is happening to many people. And in this case, it was just unfortunate that it was found, because it created many problems for you. And actually several of the people who are sitting right here and who are hearing this, if they go to hospital, they would have the same diagnosis. You see, this part of the brain is adapting itself. It is a part of the brain that actually creates the hormones for your body, and that takes care of the hormonal count in your
Yes,
body.
I have become a male, and then now it's all in balance, I think.
Hey, high five, you have become a male. And now you are female again.
Yes.
Wonderful. But you see this hormonal disbalance that is created by the hypothalamus and the hypophysis is just something that is a part of the mutation of the human race. It is you entering into non-definition. It is you entering into a world where you can see energy, where you can work with energy as you are feeling in your hands and in your fingers. And you, my dear, are a seer, so you see the future. You see things in dreams that will always turn out to be important. The reason why you are waking up with so much energy in your hands then is that it just needs to find a way out, because the energy comes in and it needs to find a way out. You can ask the energy to just leave your body through your feet so that it actually just straight goes back into Gaia.
Okay.
Does this answer your question? We thank you. And you want another hug? Come here. It's been too long, has it not? Ah, dear crystal child, go and be happy. Fly, little one. Do we have time for another question? 9:30. Then we have time for one final question, yes. Welcome, welcome. Sit down.
Okay, the question I have is my son Thomas is showing behavior lately that, according to my husband, it seems to be quite similar to what Eric showed in the past. So that worries me a little bit, and also gives me the feeling that he's a little bit out of balance and not totally happy. So
Don't worry about it.
yes, okay.
Really, I'm not just saying this. It is an evolutionary process that is happening. And so many people are going through this process. And of course there is imbalance, of course there is disbalance, of course you will have moments where you think you can no longer deal with the world, or you go into whatever state you go into. But this is just because the energies are shifting. It is like you have been living in a bowl, you know, for a very long time, an aquarium. And all of a sudden, instead of water, someone has thrown oil into the aquarium. A great deal of oil. And this will mingle and mingle and mingle for a time until the oil can rest on top. You see? Now the question becomes, does oil rest on top or on bottom? Non-definition. So this is what is happening. A new energy is coming into the planet Earth, and especially the young ones are sensitive to it because they have come here because of it. Always the older people, the ones you call adults, also have problems with it, but either they leave or they adapt. The children, however, they awake because of this energy. And you know this.
And it doesn't mean it has nothing to do with Eric's behavior in the past?
Why would it? Why would one situation be related to the other?
Because, I mean, according to my husband, his behavior sometimes is similar.
Yes. And why would that be related? You know, you are creating this. You know, you are creating the connection. You are not, but your family is, you see? It is not necessary to connect these things. Really, it is not. If you want to explore this further, you can explore this further, and I guarantee you will find problem. But only if you create it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we won't create it then.
Very, very, very good.
Like al was hij toverrijst. Lekker, lekker, lekker.
We understood that. It's not because we talk English we don't understand that.
Lassie minuutje. Lekker, lekker. Okay, thanks. Got the message.
You are like Cinderella, my dear. You are waking up out of your dream. You are entering into a new life, and it will be more grand than you can think. And you will also see this for your children. So don't worry too much. And know that you are so, so very loved.
Thanks.
Are you just going to sit there or going to hug us? Are you going to sit there or going to hug us?
Well, come on.
Come on, come on. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Very lovely energy. So, Imzaia. Sweet, sweet love that you emit. We ask you now to go out into the world again in a couple of minutes and to take what you have found in yourself here today and to not let go of it. To fill every moment that is about to come with this energy that you are sitting in right now. You have that power. You do. And you know you are creator of your own life. So I am part of you too. You can call upon me whenever you are feeling down, whenever you are going into drama, whenever you are going into all of these things that don't matter. Just call Kuthumi. I will give you my phone number and email if you like. My phone number, love, 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 love. My email, joy@joy.joy. So now that you have this information, put it in your cell phones and put it in your computers, energetically speaking at least, so that whenever you communicate with someone, it will be through my energy, and it will be in joy, and it will be in love. This is my greatest wish for you, Imzaia, my greatest wish. It has always been my wish, and it will always continue to be my wish. But I don't want to be caught in emotion right now. So as you say goodbye and hug and hold hands and play your music and shed your tears and do whatever it is you do when you think that you are actually separating from each other, which is the biggest illusion yet, know that we are just out there partying. And you know why we are partying? We have played with your feet today. It was our honor, and it will continue to be our honor to play with your feet. It will continue to be our honor to be the blood that rushes through your veins and that enters your heart. It will continue to be our honor to show up in your lives whenever you are feeling down. And it will continue to be our honor to sit next to you and to look at you from just a millimeter away in that which you call another dimension. And look at everything you do, every step you take, and every single moment of your lives are blessed. Forget this not. This time you are in right now, it will never return. There you go, it is gone already. And gone again, you missed it. Question becomes, do you need to hold on? Or do you need to just go with the supposed flow? Well, our flow right now is leading us to the bathroom. We need to pee.
Me too. No.
So that is where we will go now, this body at least, while we will retreat into your hearts. We will be a part again of your imagination, for that is the place where heaven can be found, where unity can be found, and where love and joy can be found, and where all those that you have loved and supposedly lost are always to be found. Imzaia, you are grand, and I salute you for changing who you are and for changing the world as you are doing it. Really, believe me, I wouldn't say these things unless I mean them. And there is another thing I mean. I will return here, and we will make this game called life, this game called Imzaia, grander, better and faster than those who originally created it had ever dreamed possible. So welcome, Imzaia. Welcome into the dream that is real life. You are blessed. You are loved. And you are all assholes. And so it is.